Hello students, today I'll take up the third chapter in your NCERT syllabus, that is trigonometry. Trigonometry, as the name implies, it is the measurement of triangles. A triangle has 6 elements, that is 3 sides and 3 angles. Measuring a triangle means determining all the 6 elements of a triangle given sum of its elements. All these calculations are confined to a right angle triangle because all other triangles can be divided into 2 right angle triangles by dropping an altitude from one vertex. In earlier classes, we have studied the trigonometric ratios of acute angles as the ratio of sides of a right angle triangle. You have also studied the trigonometric identities and the trigonometric ratios of standard angles and trigonometric ratios of complementary angles and some applications of trigonometric ratios in solving problems related to heights and distances. Now, let me recall all the basics that you have studied last year. Okay. Given a right angle triangle ABC, right angled at B, we can define 6 trigonometric ratios of x as sin x is equal to opposite side to x divided by hypotenuse. Sin x is equal to opposite side divided by hypotenuse. Cos x is equal to adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. Tan x is equal to opposite side divided by adjacent side. And tan x is equal to sin x divided by cos x. Sin x divided by cos x. Cot x is equal to adjacent side divided by opposite side, or it is equal to cos x divided by sin x, or it's the reciprocal of tan x. Secant x is equal to hypotenuse divided by adjacent side, or it is the reciprocal of cos x. Cosecant x is hypotenuse divided by opposite side, or it is 1 by sin x. Next, trigonometric identities. What are the trigonometric identities? First identity, sin square x plus cos square x is equal to 1. Second identity, 1 plus tan square x is equal to secant square x. Last identity, 1 plus cot square x is equal to cosecant square x. These are the very important identities in trigonometry. What are the trigonometric ratios of complementary angles? Sin 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta. Cos 90 minus theta is equal to sin theta.
tan 90 minus theta is equal to cot theta. Cot 90 minus theta is equal to tan theta. Secant 90 minus theta, cosecant theta, and cosecant 90 minus theta is equal to secant theta. These are the trigonometric ratios of complementary angles. And we have also studied the trigonometric ratios of standard angles. What are standard angles? Angles 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90 degrees are standard angles. What is sine 0 degrees? Sine 0 is 0. Sine 30, half. Sine 45, 1 by root 2. Sine 60, root 3 by 2. Sine 90 is equal to 1. Cos 0 is equal to 1. Cos 30, root 3 by 2. Cos 45, 1 by root 2. Cos 60, half. Cos 90 is equal to 0. Tan 0 is sine 0 by cos 0, that is 0 by 1, 0. Tan 30, sine 30 by cos 30, half divided by root 3 by 2, it's equal to 1 by root 3. Tan 45 is sine 45 by cos 45, that is 1. Tan 60 is sine 60 by cos 60, root 3 by 2 divided by 1 by 2, it's nothing but root 3, and tan 90 degrees is not defined. 1 divided by 0, tan 90 is sine 90 by cos 90, that is 1 by 0 is not defined. The values of other three trigonometric ratios are the reciprocals of sine, cos and tan. That is, cot theta is 1 by tan theta, secant theta is 1 by cos theta, and cosecant theta is 1 by sin theta. Now, this year we generalize the concept of trigonometric ratios to trigonometric functions and study their properties. Now, first let us consider an angle. What is an angle? An angle is a measure of rotation of the given ray about its initial point. The original ray is called the initial side of an angle, and the final position of the ray after rotation is called the terminal side of an angle, and the point of contact is called the vertex. And if the direction of rotation is anti-clockwise, the angle is said to be positive angle, and if the direction of rotation is clockwise, then the angle is said to be a negative angle. Units of measurement of an angle. We can measure the angle in two different ways. They are degree measure and radian measure. One is degree measure. I think all of you measured angles in degrees in earlier classes. Now, if this is the initial side, one complete revolution of the initial side makes an angle 360 degrees So, what is 1 degree? 1 degree is 1 by 360th of 1 revolution. 1 degree is 1 by 360th of 1 revolution. Okay. Now, 1 degree is divided into 60 minutes. We denote this as minutes as like this. 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes and 1 minute is divided into 60 seconds. We denote seconds as like this. 1 minute is divided into 60 seconds. 1 degree is 1 by 360th of 1 revolution and 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes and 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. I think all of you know to measure the angle in degrees. I'll give some example. Okay. Now, if this is the initial side and if the terminal side coincides, it is 360 degrees, and if the direction of rotation is clockwise, anti-clockwise, then the angle is positive, 90 degrees. Okay. Straight angle, 180 degrees. 270 degrees, 270 degrees. If the direction of rotation is clockwise, then the angle is negative, minus 60 degrees, okay. Minus 120 degrees, this 390 degrees, it coincides with 30 degrees. 1 complete revolution makes 360 degrees plus 30, the same as 390 degrees, whereas minus 225 degrees, it coincides with plus 135 degrees minus 225 degrees, same as plus 135 degrees. Okay, this is how we measure angle in degrees. Now, we have new measurement of an angle, that is radian. What is a radian? What is 1 radian? A radian measure of an angle. New unit of measurement, a radian measure. A radian is the angle subtended at the center of a circle by an arc of a circle whose length is equal to a radius of the circle. That means, in a circle of radius r, O is the center of the circle, OA is the radius of the circle. If length of an arc AB is equal to radius of the circle, that arc subtends an angle 1 radian at the center of the circle. In a circle of radius r, the length of an arc AB is equal to r, that arc subtends an angle 1 radian at the center of the circle. Or one more definition of a radian, an angle subtended at the center by an arc of length 1 unit in a unit circle. It's a circle of radius 1 unit, is said to have a measure of 1 radian. That means, in a circle of radius 1 unit, an arc of length 1 unit subtends an angle 1 radian at the center of a circle. This is the definition of a radian. A radian is the angle subtended at the center of a circle by an arc of a circle whose length is equal to radius of the circle, or an angle subtended at the center by an arc of unit length in a unit circle is said to have a measure of 1 radian. What is the circumference of the circle of radius r? If the radius of the circle is r. We know circumference of the circle is 2 pi r. If the radius of the circle is 1 unit, what is the circumference of the circle? It is 2 pi. So one complete revolution of the initial side subtends an angle 2 pi radians. One complete revolution of the initial side subtends an angle 2 pi radians. Now, what is the relation between radian measure and degree measure? One complete revolution of the initial side subtends an angle 360 degrees, or it is same as 2 pi radians. So 360 degrees is equal to 2 pi radians, or pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. One complete revolution of the initial side subtends an angle either 360 degrees or it's same as 2 pi radians. So it's the relation between degrees and radian measure. 2 pi radians is equal to 360 degrees, or pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. This relation enables us to express a given angle in degree measure in terms of radian measure, or radian measure in terms of degree measure. Now, what is 1 radian? What is 1 radian? We know pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. So 1 radian is equal to 180 divided by pi. 180 divided by pi, that's equal to 180 divided by 22 by 7, or it's same as 180 into 7 divided by 22, that's 11. 2 11s are 2, 90s are 90 into 7, 630 divided by 11, or it's same as degrees, 630 divided by 11 degrees, or it's same as 57. 11 5s are 55, 8 remain, 11 7s are 77, 3 by 11 degrees, 57, 3 by 11 degrees. Now, it's same as 57 degrees and 3 by 11 degrees. So, how to convert degrees in minutes? We know 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. So 3 by 11 degrees, how many minutes? 3 by 11 into 60 divided by 1, it's same as 180 divided by 11. 11 1s are 11, 7 remain, 11 6 are 66, 4 remain, 4 by 11 minutes, or 16, 4 by 11 minutes. Now 16 minutes, write 4 by 11 minutes in terms of seconds. 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. 4 by 11 minutes is equal to 4 by 11 into 60, that is 240 divided by 11, or it's same as 22 minutes. So 1 radian is approximately equal to 57 degrees, 16 minutes and 22 seconds. Now, what is 1 degree in terms of radian? We know pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. So 1 degree, how many radians? It's 1 pi by 180, pi by 180, that's equal to, using the approximate value of pi, it's 22 by 7 divided by 180, it's same as 11 divided by 7 into 90, it's equal to 11 divided by 630, 0.01746 radians approximately. Okay. So 1 degree is equal to 0.01746 radians approximately. Okay. So remember, 1 radian is equal to 57 degrees, 16 minutes and 22 seconds, and 1 degree is approximately equal to 0.01746 radians. Okay. Now, given any angle in degrees, we can find its radian measure, and given an angle in radians, we can find its degree measure. Now, I'll give some examples. What is 240 degrees in radians? We know pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. So what is 240 in radians? It is 240 into pi divided by 180. That's equal to 63 64 4 pi by 3 radians. It is 30 degrees in radians. We know pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. 30 degrees, 30 into pi divided by 180, that's equal to pi by 6 radians. 90 degrees in radians, it is 90 into pi divided by 180, that's equal to pi by 2 radians. Okay. Notational convention. Radian measure is equal to pi by 180 into degree measure and degree measure is equal to 180 by pi into radian measure. Given any angle in degree measure, we can find its radian measure, and given an angle in radian, we can find its degree measure by these two formulas. Okay. I'll give some example. Okay. What is 90 degrees in radians? It's pi by 180 into 90, that's equal to pi by 2 radians. 90 degrees is equal to pi by 2 radians. What is 240 degrees in radians? It's pi by 180 into 240, that's equal to 4 pi by 3 radians. 240 degrees is equal to 4 pi by 3 radians. What is 390 degrees in radians? It's pi by 180 into 390, that is 3 13s are 3 6 are, that is 13 pi by 6 radians. Okay. 40 degrees 20 minutes in radians. We can write 40 degrees 20 minutes as 41 by 3 degrees. So in radians, we can write 41 by 3 degrees is same as 40 into 3 plus 1. It's 121 by 3 degrees, it's equal to pi by 180 into 121 by 3, that's equal to 121 pi by 3 into 180, that is 540 radians. Okay. What is 420 degrees in radians? Pi by 180 into 420 degrees, that's equal to 7 pi by 3 radians. 420 degrees is equal to 7 pi by 3 radians. So, given any angle in degrees, we can write its radian measure using the relation radian measure is equal to pi by 180 into degree measure. I will give some more examples. 25 degrees is equal to pi by 180 into 25, that's equal to 5 pi by 36 radians. Okay. 520 degrees, what is this radian measure? 180 pi by 180 into 520, that is equal to 26 are 2, 9 are 26 pi by 9 radians. Okay. Similarly, given an angle in radian measure, we can write its degree measure using the relation degree measure is equal to 180 by pi into radian measure. For example, what is 5 pi by 2 in degree measure? It's equal to 180 by pi into 5 pi by 2, that is same as 2 ones are 2, 90s are, or it's same as 450 degrees, or 5 pi by 3 in radians, or you can write 5 into, we know pi radians is equal to 180 degrees divided by 3, 3 ones are 360s are 60 into 5, that's equal to 300 degrees. What is 4 pi by 3 in degrees? 4 into 180 divided by 3, that's equal to 3 ones are 360s are 240 degrees. What is 7 pi by 6 in degrees? 7 into 180 divided by 6, 6 ones are 630s are, that's equal to 210 degrees. What is 9 pi by 2 in degrees? 9 into 180 divided by 2, 2 ones are 2, 90s are 810 degrees. 3 pi by 5 in radians, 3 into 180 divided by 5, 5 ones are 5, 36 are 36 into 3, 108 degrees. Okay. What is 30 degrees in radians? 30 degrees, it's pi by 6 radians. 45 degrees, pi by 4 radians. 60 degrees, pi by 3 radians. 90 degree, pi by 2 radians. 180 degrees is equal to pi radians. 360 degrees, 2 pi radians. 270 degrees is equal to 3 pi by 2 radians. Okay. These are the common angles which we use many times while solving problems. Now consider one result. Okay. In a circle of radius r, a length of an arc L, if it subtends an angle theta radians at the center of the circle, then L is given by r into theta. In a circle of radius r, a length of an arc AB, length of an arc L subtends an angle theta radians at the center of the circle, then L is given by r into theta. Now, to derive this, we draw an arc of length AC. If length of an arc AC, if it is equal to a radius of the circle, we know if the length of an arc is equal to radius of the circle, it subtends an angle 1 radian at the center of the circle. Length of an arc, if it is equal to radius of the circle, that arc subtends an angle 1 radian at the center of the circle. So, length of an arc L subtends an angle theta radians at the center of the circle, and mark a point C on the circle such that length of an arc AC is equal to radius of the circle. Then that arc subtends an angle 1 radian at the center of the circle. It's by the definition of radian. If the arc length is equal to radius of the circle, that arc subtends an angle 1 radian at the center of the circle. Now, we know the lengths of the arcs of the circles are proportional to the subtended angles. Therefore, arc AC subtends an angle AOC at the center of the circle, and arc AB subtends an angle AOB at the center of the circle. We know lengths of the arcs are proportional to the subtended angles. Therefore, AC divided by AB is equal to angle AOC divided by angle AOB. But AC is equal to R and AB is equal to L. Angle AOC is equal to 1 radian and angle AOB is equal to theta radians. Therefore, L is equal to R into theta. So, length of an arc is given by R into theta, radius into central angle. Okay. By using this result, we can solve some problems in exercise 3.1. Now, first let's consider this problem. Find the radius of the circle in which a central angle of 60 degree intercepts an arc of length 37.4. Given a circle, find the radius of the circle in which a central angle of 60 degrees. What is 60 degrees in radians? 60 degrees is equal to pi by 3 radians. Pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. 60 degrees, how many radians? 60 into pi divided by 180, that's equal to pi by 3 radians. Hereafter we denote angles in radians. So, 60 degrees is equal to pi by 3 radians, and given length of an arc is equal to 37.4 centimeter. We have to find the radius of the circle. We know length of an arc L which subtends an angle theta radians at the center of a circle of radius r is given by L is equal to r into theta. But r into theta is equal to pi by 3. L is equal to 37.4. Given length of an arc is equal to 37.4 and the central angle is pi by 3, we have to find the radius of the circle. So r is equal to 37.4 into 3 divided by pi. We know approximate value of pi is 3.14. So r is equal to 37.4 into 3 divided by 3.14. It's equal to 35.7 centimeter. 35.7 centimeter. Therefore, a radius of the circle is equal to 35.7 centimeter. Okay. Given the central angle is 60 degrees, that is pi by 3, and length of an arc is equal to 37.4. To find the radius of the circle, use the formula L is equal to r into theta, length of an arc with subtends an angle theta radians at the center of a circle of radius r is given by L is equal to r into theta, but L 37.4, r is, we have to find r given theta is equal to pi by 3. Therefore, r is equal to 37.4 into 3 divided by pi, but the approximate value of pi is 3.14, so r is equal to 35.7 centimeter. Okay. Now, consider one more problem. Second problem. A wheel makes 360 revolutions in 1 minute. Through how many radians does it turn in 1 second? Given a wheel makes 360 revolutions in 1 minute. So, a wheel turns 360 revolutions in 1 minute. That means in 1 minute, the wheel makes 360 revolutions. So, in 1 second, how many revolutions the wheel makes? How many revolutions? It is 1 minute is same as 60 seconds. In 60 seconds, the wheel makes 360 revolutions. In 1 second, how many revolutions? It is 360 into 1 divided by 60, that is equal to 6 revolutions. In 1 second, the wheel makes 6 revolutions. In 1 revolution, what is the angle turned by the wheel? In 1 revolution, the wheel turns an angle of 360 degrees. In 1 revolution, the wheel turns an angle of 360 degrees or 2 pi radians, 360 degrees or 2 pi radians. So, in 6 revolutions, what is the angle turned by the wheel? It is 6 into 2 pi, that's equal to 12 pi radians. Given in 1 minute, the wheel makes 360 revolution. That means in 60 seconds, the wheel makes 360 revolution. In 1 second, how many revolution? It's 360 divided by 60, that is 6 revolution. So, in 1 revolution, the angle turned by the wheel is 360 degrees. So, in 6 revolutions, what is the angle turned by the wheel? It's 6 into 2 pi, that is equal to 12 pi radians. Consider one more problem. The minute hand of a watch is 1.5 centimeter long. How far does its tip move in 40 minutes? The minute hand of a watch is 1.5 centimeter and how far does a ship move in 40 minutes? In 1 hour, the minute hand turns an angle of 360 degrees. That means in 60 minutes, the minute hand turns an angle of 360 degrees. In 40 minutes, what is the angle turned by the minute hand? That is 40 into 360 divided by 60, that's equal to 240 degrees. So the central angle is 240 degrees. In 60 minutes, the minute hand turns an angle of 360 degrees. In 40 minutes, what is that angle turned by the minute hand? It's 40 into 360 divided by 60, that is 240 degrees. So the central angle is 240 degrees. In radians, pi radians is equal to 180 degrees, 240 degrees. How many radians? 240 into pi divided by 180, that's equal to 4 pi by 3. 4 pi by 3 radians. 240 degrees or 4 pi by 3 radians. And given the length of the minute hand is 1.5 centimeter. Length of the minute hand is 1.5 centimeter. You have to find the arc length. So L is equal to, can you use the formula? L is equal to R into theta. But what is R? R is the length or radius. Radius is equal to 1.5 into theta. Central angle 4 pi by 3. 1.5 ones are, 2 are 2 ones are, 2 into 2. That's equal to 2 pi, or it's same as 2 into 3.14. It's equal to 6.28 centimeter. Therefore, length of an arc is equal to 6.28 centimeter. Okay. In 1 hour, that means in 60 minutes, the minute hand turns an angle of 360 degrees. So in 40 minutes, what is the angle turned by the minute hand? That's equal to 40 into 360 divided by 60, or it's equal to 240 degrees or 4 pi by 3 radians. So the central angle is 4 pi by 3 radians, and the length of the minute hand given 1.5 centimeter. This is nothing but the radius of the circle. So L is equal to R into theta. Length of an arc is given by radius into central angle. So radius 1.5, central angle 4 by 3, answer 6.28 centimeter. Now let's consider one more problem. Here, if the arcs of the same length in two circles subtends an angle 65 degrees and 110 degrees at the center of the circle, find the ratio of their radii. Given two circles, an arc length L, in one circle it subtends an angle 65 degrees at the center of the circle, and in another circle the arc of same length L subtends an angle 110 degrees at the center of the circle. We have to find the ratio of their radii. That means we have to find R1 is to R2. Okay. Now, we know the length of the arc, length of the arc is given by R1 into theta 1. Let R1 and R2 be the radii of the two circles, and theta 1 and theta 2 be the central angles respectively. So, in the first figure, L is equal to R1 into theta 1. second figure, L is equal to R2 into theta 2. But what is 65 degrees in radians? We know pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. 65 degrees, how many radians? 65 into pi divided by 180. So theta 1 is 65 into pi divided by 180. Pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. 110 degrees, how many radians? 110 into pi divided by 180. That is theta 2. So theta 1 is 65 pi by 180. Theta 2 is 110 into pi divided by 180. But given the arcs of same length L, so L is equal to R1 into theta 1 in the first figure. In the second figure, L is equal to R2 into theta 2. So we can equate R1 theta 1, R2 theta 2. But what is R1? We have to find R1 by R2. It's equal to R1 by R2 is equal to theta 2 divided by theta 1. But theta 2 is 110 into pi divided by 180, and theta 1 is 65 into pi by 180. You can cancel pi by 180, 110 divided by 65, that's equal to 5 13s are 5, 22s are. Therefore, R1 is to R2 is equal to 22 is to 30. Therefore, the ratio of the radii of the two circles is equal to 22 is to 13. Okay. Now, have one more problem. In a circle of diameter 40 centimeter, the length of the chord is 20 centimeter. Find the length of the minor arc of the chord. In a circle of diameter 40 centimeter, diameter given 40 centimeter, therefore radius is equal to 20 centimeter. Radius of the circle 20 centimeter, given the length of the chord is 20, length of the chord 20 centimeter. We have to find the length of the minor arc of, this is the minor arc of the chord. We have to find the length of the chord AB. Okay. Now, we know radius of the circle is 20 centimeter. So definitely the triangle OAB is an equilateral triangle. So this angle is 60 degrees. Since the lengths of the three sides of a triangle is equal, so it is an equilateral triangle. So all angles are equal to 60 degrees. So central angle is equal to 60 degree or pi by 3 radian. Therefore, what is length of an arc AB? We know central angle and radius of the circle. So L is equal to R into theta. Length of an arc is given by radius into central angle, but radius 20 into pi by 3, or 20 into 3.14 divided by 3 is equal to, it's approximately equal to 20.9 centimeter. Therefore, length of an arc AB is equal to 20.9 centimeter. Given circle of diameter 40 centimeter, so radius 20 centimeter, given the length of the chord is 20 centimeter, so it is an equilateral triangle. So the central angle is 60 degrees. So theta is equal to 60 degrees and radius of the circle is 20 centimeter. Therefore, length of the arc AB is equal to R into theta. We know radius of the circle is 20 into theta is pi by 3. Answer 20.9 centimeter.